Welcome back to the ARCA post-race show. Casey Campbell here with Great Lakes Post, of course. We're pleased to always be joined by Garth Allen of Racing News Now. You can find him at youtube.com/racing news now. Well, first off, I know that you were supposed to be at Salem today, but the forecast was looking a little iffy about a few hours ago. But they were able to get the race in. Mother Nature decided to hold off, and we got a pretty good one. We have another first-time winner. Jesse Love gets it done. Overall, how about this race?
This race was really good, and I am glad that we got it in tonight. But yeah, as you said, the forecast was a little iffy, and even the radar all day today was looking very iffy. So I figured better to play it safe than sorry, not waste my time to go down there and not end up actually doing anything. So yes, unfortunately was not there, but overall, yeah, really good race tonight. It looked like it was going to be another Ty Gibbs runaway, and then Jesse Love just out of nowhere at the end after the second break comes out of nowhere, takes the lead, and runs away with it at the end. So congrats to Jesse, first career main ARCA Menard Series win, and he really earned it tonight.
Yeah, he did. It was talk about that move he made around Ty Gibbs to finally get it done. How about that?
No, that was really good. That was a very strong power move on that restart after that second break. I really wasn't sure he was going to be able to get it done. For a second, like he had the nose out front, and I was like, okay, is he actually going to do this? Or is Ty just going to drive right back by him? But no, he kept the momentum up, got around him, and then Ty made a couple of runs at him right after that, but never really could do anything with him. And then Jesse slowly pulled that lead out more and more after that.
So overall, a pretty good night for Jesse Love and Ty Gibbs. But of course, Ty Gibbs also clinched the Sioux Chief Showdown Championship. I know he and Sam May were battling for that last year, but Ty really was able to take it to everybody this year. But Raja Caruth, good run for him tonight in third. Will Kimmel finished fourth on the night. Mason Mingus finished sixth. A really good night for people that I don't think you'd expect to see up in the front of the field.
Well, and one thing I think Mason Mingus continues to prove that those fast track cars have speed in them. You've just got to put the right drivers in them, because I mean, we had Ken Schrader in the top 10 tonight as well in a fast track car. And it seems like every time Mason Mingus goes out in one of those fast track cars, he does really well. So I think if we could shake up the fast track lineup a little bit, we might see some more good runs out of those fast track cars. I've been very impressed by what those cars can do with the right drivers in them.
It's been a day of first-time winners. Of course, we have Tate Fogelman won the truck race, Brandon Brown wins the Xfinity race, and then Jesse Love, not a first-time winner, but first-time main ARCA Menard Series winner. So good on that. Well, it looks like we got one more race left. I mean, we got the, one more race at Kansas. But before we get into that, I know that you talked about something. I want to bring up something that you kind of talked about last week.
I know where this is going.
As I have to ask, you made a video last week about the lapped car situation, and of course at Bristol. Kind of talk about that, why you did it, why you made it. Really go into that.
So Bristol was kind of a mess in terms of where the lap cars were, how they were just kind of grouped together. The leaders would come up on a pack of 5, 6, 7 of them and have nowhere to go. And I get that is a thing that happens in races like that. And funny enough, after that video, I actually got metaphorically called into the ARCA trailer for that. So, it's one of those things where I'm not specifically calling out ARCA as being a bad series and saying that this is a statement on ARCA as a whole, and ARCA needs to clean up their act. No, that's not what I was saying. And I think some of that got a little misconstrued. Certain lapped cars, though, and I'm not going to name any names. In fact, I can't even think of any specifically off the top of my head, but there were lap cars in that race that did need to have a little better situational awareness and know when the leaders were around, when to know when to get out of the way, and when they could race the other lap cars that were around them. And yeah, I did make a video on that this week, and I did metaphorically get called into the ARCA trailer for that. But one of the things I said was ARCA needs to use the blue flag a lot more. And I feel like that would hypothetically solve the slow car situation that we had at Bristol. And wouldn't you know it, I saw at least once tonight, they did use the blue flag tonight. So I don't know if that was because of what I said, probably not, but it was nice to see it used. And we didn't have any of those issues tonight at Salem. Yeah, there were a lot less cars tonight, 18 cars tonight versus the 31 we had in Bristol, but it was nice to see the blue flag being used and that we didn't really have those issues tonight.
Yeah, for sure. So kind of really going into that and going from, we had a race at Salem. This championship, is kind of, Ty Gibbs took the Sioux Chief Showdown. It was not a good night for Corey Hahn.
No, not at all. And he's had a few bad nights lately. Milwaukee specifically sticks out in my mind as not a good day for him. Didn't really have a great day at Bristol, and now another not so great race here. I still believe Corey Hahn has the talent that under the right circumstances, he could have won this championship. I want to preface this by saying that I believe Venturini Motorsports is a great team, but they're kind of faltering right now, and they have been for a couple of years. And I don't think they're putting the cars under Corey, at least this back half of the season, that are championship winning cars. And they've been kind of like that since the beginning of 2020. They've never really gotten their stride after the K&N cars got brought in at the beginning of 2020 when that whole merger took place. Some people may not even realize that at the beginning of 2020, when they merged the K&N Pro Series in, they brought in the K&N cars into ARCA, and they did look similar, but they were different cars. And Venturini never really has quite recovered from that. They had fast moments this year, but as a whole, they just haven't quite been what they were in 2019 and previous years. They never really have quite figured it out since then.
Yeah. You know what I also thought of tonight? Tim Steele's record is still intact.
In fact, I was the one that brought that up to you. I was the one that thought of that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'll give you credit. I'll give you credit on that, Garth.
Yeah, because Ty Gibbs didn't win tonight, so he cannot tie that record now.
Right. So, everyone talked about he could have broke the record. He could smash the record. He's not even going to tie the record. But it's still a pretty impressive season, though.
It's still a very impressive season. At most, he can win 11 races now. And no, he can't break a record and set the most wins in the year or tie the most wins in the year. But still a very impressive season, 10 or 11 wins, whatever it comes out to be, whether he wins at Kansas or not. Still a very impressive season.
It just shows you how hard these races are to win.
Yeah.
So, everyone thought, it's so easy. He's just doing it. He's doing it out the back of his hand. But it's like, yeah. And as the summer kind of went along, we started to see, Corey started to win. And then Daniel Dye picked up a win, and then Landon won. And then tonight with Jesse, we knew that win was coming, but didn't you say Jesse Love was going to win by the time the season ends?
I did say that. So I don't want to say I'm like the Nostradamus of ARCA or anything, but I don't know. You can decide on your own in that case.
We already have an ARCA propaganda minister. We could have another title to that. So
yeah, we have the ARCA propaganda minister, and now we have the ARCA Nostradamus, the ARCA future teller. call me the ARCA psychic. There we go.
Yeah,
I like it.
With how today's been going in racing, it's literally sort of like that. Maybe a first time winner tomorrow in the Cup race at Talladega. So who knows?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, of course, it's the next few weeks as the season kind of closes down. 2 more races left in the West Series. Of course, All American will be next week. The main ARCA series is on break at Kansas. Until then, there's going to be a number of drivers that are going to be in that race. Also, and then of course we have the championship race at Phoenix to finish out the season. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming up on RNN that we're going to like. And are we going to see the return? And ARCA too. But are we going to see the return of your next favorite driver?
We might. Not ready to formally announce that yet, but we might. We just might.
Okay. All right. Well, obviously stay tuned to that. And of course, the only way you can find out is to subscribe to Garth Allen's channel. That's Racing News Now, youtube.com/Racing News Now. Fun stuff there.
That's right. Go subscribe. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers. I think we're like 60 subscribers off of it. So if you haven't yet, we get mobile live streams when we do that. So a lot better and more coverage at the track. So come on, what are you waiting for?
You'll be at the track of Kansas, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands right now. I'm basically Ricky Bobby in the middle of the interview.
Good stuff as always. Yeah, you'll of course be at the championship race. There'll be a few weeks down, I think a Saturday down in Kansas Speedway. So
I think it's Friday because aren't they night races? Isn't Cup on Saturday night?
Yeah, I think so. No, Cup is on. It's October 23rd. So.
I don't know. I thought they said on the broadcast tonight that ARCA was on Friday. I was thinking it was Saturday, and then they confused me tonight.
I was thinking so, but let's take a look and see let's see what that is. I'm taking a look at my calendar now. It is a Saturday, so.
So they just had their facts wrong in the broadcast, or I heard them wrong. I don't know. That is completely possible. It is completely possible. I am not remembering correctly because I am very known for not having a good memory.
That's true. It's always good to check. So it looks like it's going to be an Xfinity ARCA doubleheader down in Kansas. So always good stuff there. It's Kansas has been the championship home, so it's going to be another good night. Of course, everyone knows what happened there last year with Brett Holmes winning the championship. So Ty's got a pretty good, comfortable margin this time around. It's been a good championship battle. It looks like possibility next year could be some fun stuff happening there too, from what I've been told. But that's another show for another day. So Garth Allen of Racing News Now, thank you so much for coming on. This has been the ARCA post race show. I feel like it's a preview show. That'll come Monday.